Alright guys, I am in Barcelona right now with Juho, Chief Product Officer of HMD Global, and we're going to give you a world exclusive unboxing of the brand new Nokia 9 PureViwe. Do you want to do the honors? You've probably done this before.
By all means, yes, as it happens.
What is the most exciting thing about this phone?
It has to be the unique camera.
You might have seen the leaks. There are how many cameras on the back of this phone?
5 cameras.
5 cameras. It's not a joke.
Okay, 5 cameras. What, why, when, who, how? There's a lot of questions, but to start with, this is a robust phone. It is seamless, IP67 rated, and encased in Gorilla Glass 5 using a 6000 series aluminium chassis. It's got one dominant curve across the back, which makes it pretty comfortable to grip. It's got a USB-C port and a single speaker, and what I do like here is that the cameras are flush with the body. There is no camera bump. But I'm going to save you some time and get the biggest question out of the way.
Why do you need 5 cameras on the phone? I think it's going to be the biggest question that most people are going to have.
Sure, very good reason for it. So the more cameras you have, the more detail you can capture. So first of all, 2 of the cameras are color. Right. So we combine those for a very vibrant color information, but then 3 of them are actually monochrome. So each of the monochrome cameras get 2.9 times more detail than the color ones do. Each of them captured with different exposure value. You get benefits like astonishing dynamic range, extreme detail, all of that good stuff.
So this is going to be incredible for portrait mode. You're going to get just ridiculous amount of information in the photos. So the depth map is going to be crazy, and you can actually refocus shots after you've taken them.
It can shoot native monochrome video instead of shooting in color and then converting it to black and white, and this can result in sharper, more detailed looking shots. It's got the same Bothy feature we've seen on past devices from the company, and it can also record 4K HDR video with spatial surround sound. There is even more to the camera, but a few other things I like are the display, which is a 5.99-inch Quad HD Plus OLED panel. Crisp is the word I'd use, but also bright and vivid. Android One, and running the latest Android 9 Pie, which means that the phone is running this blissfully clean and bloatware-free version of the software. It'll get you 3 years of security updates, 2 years minimum of key software upgrades, and here's the kicker. This is the entire list of applications that come included with it. Bloatware is at an absolute minimum, which should also give the 3340 mAh cell a little bit of a leg up, as there are no extra processes eating up your battery. It's got an in-display fingerprint scanner, and if you're not a fan, you can also scan your face for AI-assisted face unlocking. But the main differentiation here really is this camera, and a big part of the experience is not just the base photo that comes straight out of it.
Tell us a bit more about what you can do with the photos after you've taken them.
Well, so 2 things. First of all, one thing that we wanted to cater for is more like a professional photographer audience. We captured that full 12.4 stops of dynamic range. That's astonishing, and then you can decide on how you represent that in the final image with the Adobe Lightroom that we preloaded on the device. And then secondly, all of the detail from the 5 cameras. So when it comes to DNG or RAW file quality, you haven't seen anything like this on a smartphone before.
Bold claim indeed. Let's find out a little bit more about this camera.
Alright, so I'm also here with Konsta, who is a professional photographer, and he spent some more time with this than I have. And how did the 5 cameras help you?
Well, I was shooting wildlife and landscapes in Scotland, and 5 cameras, it's high dynamic, the range. So
you have detail
really,
in the sky, detail in the dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have everything you could have with DSLR.
You think that this sort of leapfrogs any other phone you've used?
Yeah, definitely on the camera-wise, as I shoot always RAW files myself, and with this one, the RAW files are massively big files, and you can work on that very well on Lightroom or Photoshop.
According to the company, this camera setup can capture 10 times more light than a standard single camera. And I know I kind of skipped over the unboxing experience, so if you're wondering what's inside, you get an 18-watt fast charger, which is pretty cool, and aside from that you get a pair of earphones and a headphone jack adapter, and then just the standard instruction manual. Okay, so to finish this video off, there was really just one more question that I wanted to ask Juho.
All right, so this is a complex and a different camera setup. So how do you where do you even start by trying to build something like that?
We actually have a couple of brilliant partners. So I'll start with light. You might know these guys from the L16 camera that they did.
Yep.
So one way of looking at that is that we've compressed the same technology in the 8mm thin body. And then Qualcomm has done a lot of heavy lifting for us here. We're actually using the DSP more than we're using the CPU. So we can do noise reduction 3 times faster at 10 times lower power consumption. So really complex system, like you said yourself, and multiple partners bringing it together.
Aside from all this, the phone is powered by the Snapdragon 845 chip, 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. So, what do you think to the device? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, my name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'll catch you in the next one.